We are in Tokyo for the Undisputed 2024 World Finals, and let's see how it goes down, so stay tuned. So we are here in Undisputed traveling with Team China competing. And at this year's Undisputed here in Tokyo, Japan, there's crew battle 5-on-5, 1-on-1 b-boy, 1-on-1 b-girl, and 1-on-1 junior kids. And so far it's looking really good for Team China because the final of the kids is Purple One versus Jason, which is basically a Chinese final in Japan, which is really good for our team. Yesterday the qualifiers went down and there were like 90-something b-boys, 40-something b-girls. The qualifiers are pretty hardcore, man. The level is pretty elevated. As you know, Japan has a phenomenal level when it comes to breaking. A lot of original breakers, strong characters, strong styles. Maybe the only downside that I could think of yesterday is maybe a little bit of low energy when it comes to the crowd, which is usual when it comes to qualifiers. But I have to admit there are a lot of qualifier rounds. Starts out with all the 90 b-boys qualifying in 3 different ciphers. From then on it moves on to a top 32, from then it moves on to a top 16, and then the top 16 is another qualifier round to then select the top 8. And only from top 8 does it actually become knockout. That's a little bit of a tough one if you're investing and you're traveling all the way to Japan to compete. Pretty big chance you might not get the opportunity to actually battle someone. However, in my opinion, it's just part of the game. Every event is different and every event has its challenges. And it's kind of up to you as a b-boy or a b-girl to armor yourself for these challenges. And just make sure you don't play around when it comes to breaking and it comes to training. Also competing in the 1-on-1 are a lot of very big names like Mace, Damani, Samuka, Monkey Z, Lithing, Phil Wizard, X-Ring, and countless other b-boys that are really climbing up the ladder of competition in breaking. So definitely stay tuned because I'll be keeping you guys up to date with all the highlights and how the bracket goes down and all these type of things. All right, so the 1-on-1 battles are going down right now here, and here we have the brackets of the top 8. So for the B-girls, the first battle, 6-7-1, taking it versus Rico. For the second battle, we got CC taking it 2-0 versus Luma. Nika taking the win against our dear Yingzi. And then Ami getting all votes versus Mad Max. For the B-boys, we have Samuka winning 2-0 versus Phil Wizard. And Jibril from Belgium taking the win against X-Ray from China. Mace with a high energy versus Lithing, claiming his spot to the semifinals. And we had Kai kill the beat and grabbing his spot in the semifinal versus Mighty Jim. Straight up, the absolute highlight of this top 8 was Samuka versus Phil Wizard. Not only Samuka winning 2-0 against Phil Wizard, but just looking at Samuka battle, his energy, his execution, and the way the guy uses his limitations, just watching him dance and seeing his willpower, you know, it's really inspiring. And literally just beating Phil Wizard, which is one of the top b-boys in the world right now. Definitely check out the full battle, it's definitely worth it. And you know, I just want to touch on that because these days, people are just full of excuses, man. And then you watch a guy like Samuka, which is the complete opposite. Literally no excuses from his part. Basically showing you and me that anything is possible for anyone on this planet. Another very clear highlight was Jibril from Belgium winning against X-Ray. Now I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really on board with the judge's decision on the second round because there was a lot of repeating on Jibril's part. First round is definitely worth a mention, man. He busted out a windmill to like an inside 90. And I think he did like 3 or 4 rounds with an amazing speed, amazing explosiveness, very playful in battle, very free when he dances. Definitely worth a mention. Shout out to Jibril, really killing it. Moving on to the semifinals, 2 very close semifinals for the B-girls. First up we have 6-7-1 and CC both picking up a round, and then finally CC taking home the win and winning her spot in the final. Second semifinal was Ami versus Nika. Same thing here, both taking 1 round each, and then finally Nika grabbing her spot in the final, sending home the local hero, B-girl Ami. Again, both of these battles were very close, and I have to admit the level is very high. For the men's semifinal, again, Samuka absolutely killing it. So confident on that floor, taking out Jibril with 2-0 and literally making it to the final. Guys, Jibril right here, he did a phenomenal job today. I remember him when he was like 8 years old. Now look at him, man, making it to the semifinals at Undisputed. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Second semifinal for the men. Mace versus Kai. Mace with that extreme explosiveness and speed. Kai definitely playing around with the music, but it just wasn't enough to manage to break through and gain the upper hand against Mace. So Mace moving on to the finals. So 2 really dope finals. We had Nika versus CC, 3 rounds, and if you ask me, maybe CC was a little bit on the short side when it came to a round. I don't know if she had a lot of content left, but it just shows that you really have to prepare your stuff in advance to make sure you have enough content to make it all the way to the final and still stay stay confident in the final. Nika also a little bit short here and there, but displaying more footwork variations, well combined with a good posture and a good form, ending up in Nika taking home the win and becoming the undisputed champ for the B-Girls 2024. Finals for the B-Boys, we had Sambuca versus Mace. Mace starting off with a very high energy, however, a little bit on the repetitive side when it comes to the freezes. Sambuca being really playful with the music and really surprising me and probably the judges with the amount of content that he actually has, keeping in mind that he does have a disability, guys. But at the end of the day, really, really inspiring, because Sambuca basically just taking home the win like a true champ, proving to us that the limits are all here, man. I feel deeply inspired by Sambuca. However, it was a close final. I do think he absolutely deserves it. His flavor, his style, the way he puts stuff together, man, I'm absolutely speechless. So congratulations to Nika and congratulations to Sambuca, the winners of the solo Undisputed 2024 out here in Tokyo, Japan. And if you're looking to level up your battle game, definitely check out my new masterclass that you can find on my website, which is the Prep for Battle Masterclass, sharing with you guys everything you need to know on how to organize, prepare, train, and strategize for battles and competitions. You can find all the details for this masterclass in the description down below, because at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just all about that B-boy shit. Peace and love.